Okay, sit down and stretch. If you have your phone, maybe grab your phone and take some notes. Have a piece of paper in front of you, even better. Pen or paper. Just spend like 10 minutes here. Okay, sit in like a stretch position, maybe butterfly stretch, maybe crisscross applesauce, maybe legs out in front, so you can no wasted time, I'm gonna learn and stretch. If I was sitting and getting instruction, I'd be stretching at the same time. We're trying to concentrate, but also continue to work on my body. Okay, so really quickly, let's just do a relaxed breathing real quick. So your hands are down. I want you to think about slowing your heart rate down right now. Okay, you just got your heart rate up. You should be sweating. Okay, so cleansing breaths. It's a count of 4. Okay, and your belly should fill up with air, and then it should deflate. And then you should try to use a 4 count. Don't hold your breath, but make it smooth and rhythmic. As I breathe in through my nose, continue to practice as I talk. This is not a halting thing, and it's a very rhythmic and a natural way to breathe. You're lowering your diaphragm and allowing oxygen to get into the lower parts of your lungs. You're oxygenating your whole body, and with each exhalation, you relax and you let go of tension, and you learn to smooth your body and calm your body, and you let go. I like to even use the mantra, let go, let go. So let's practice. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the thing I want you to see, because it looks like we're trying really hard right now, is that your belly should be coming up and down. Look at my diaphragm. And then as you get better, with each exhalation, your shoulders will drop, and you can consciously let go with your shoulders. And when you just relax, relax. Okay. The reason I do that is to teach you how to have more awareness of your body. All this mental toughness stuff does is just gets the best out of what you have. It's not a magic pill. Okay. But what it allows you to do is it allows you to not choke. It allows you to use the skills you have. It allows you to perform at the upper end of your ability. Okay. I don't know if any of you guys watched. I had a track wrestling interview where I talked about this match I had with Mark Ironside, and I choked big time, and it was humiliating. I came back and I beat this other kid from Iowa. But the point of the whole story is like I had the tools, I had all this weaponry, but it was like locked in an emotional closet. It was like an emotional closet, and I turned into a basket case out on the mat, and I don't represent myself. So this mental toughness stuff is tied with the physical stuff. So when you do the stance in motion and you get your legs to burn like that, well then MJ, now you can have confidence that you can stay in your stance late in the match. You're not worried about that as much because when your legs are in shape. When you practice this shot, Justin, and your head's up every time and it works, now that just gives you confidence, but you also have the motivation to work on that until it's right? Like confidence comes from one thing. I demonstrate the ability to do it. Like Calvin, you made the semifinals and beat all those other guys because you knew you could beat those guys. It wasn't a question. It wasn't like maybe. It's like, no, I've already beaten guys better than these guys, and I've beaten these guys before. So that's why you were very confident, and that's why you won. To me, it's unrealistic to be the 64th seed and wrestling the number 1 seed and go, yeah, I'm going to kick his butt. I had people, I don't know if you guys followed Creighton. He wrestled Kyle Valencia, his second match, and I had people texting me going, yeah, go kick his ass. And I'm going, what? What are you talking about? Do you even know what's happening? What's about, that's not even realistic. We just want to stay in the mat. And because we hadn't proven we can beat that kid, and he's proven he can beat kids way better than us. So all it does is just gets the best out of what you got and gives you your best opportunity. We still have to do all the work. We still have to lift weights. We still have to train. You still have to understand the technique. You can't do it part-time and expect to have any success. So especially this group we're talking to right now, you have a chance to really, with this COVID thing is really an opportunity for you to get better, to get stronger, to come out of this and surprise people. You know, I love Teddy Roosevelt. Okay, and he's on Mount Rushmore, and I don't know how much you guys know about Teddy Roosevelt, but I went to South Dakota a few years back, and I got to go to Mount Rushmore, and I'm reading about Teddy Roosevelt, and I was just like, I hadn't really studied this guy before, and I was just amazed at this guy. And he was a kid of affluence, and he was a skinny, weakly kid as a kid, and he had asthma, and his father was like a big shot, and he wanted to be like a manly man, and he went down in his basement and he just trained, and he trained boxing, and he trained wrestling, and he studied, and he lifted weights, and he came out like this different guy, and then he did all these amazing things in his life, and he was a rough rider, and he started a political party, and he was a sportsman, and then he's a lawyer, and he's got a law degree, and then he's the president of the United States, and one of the most influential presidents we ever had because he's on Mount Rushmore. But what fascinated me about him is how he created himself. Like, he created himself. He had a vision, and then he went in the basement and made that vision come true. And this COVID thing is like a Teddy Roosevelt opportunity for you to go in the basement and go in the garage and go in the backyard and create yourself. By yourself, for yourself, with nobody putting any restrictions on you. This is the beauty of individual sports too, is that you can work as hard as you want. You don't have to wait for anybody. You don't have to wait for anybody. You can take off sprinting. You don't need a team. You don't need a coach. You don't need a parent. I can go make achievements, you know, but the fact that we have coaches and parents and teams even makes it all better. But this opportunity by yourself to really create yourself Teddy Roosevelt style, I think is like golden. There's going to be some winners and losers from this thing, financially, and especially in the sports world, because it's really going to separate the kids that want it from the kids that don't want it at all. And the middle class is going to lose when it comes to this, when we come out of this break. And you got to make sure you're part of that upper class that you're going to work right now. And nobody can stop you from getting stronger. Nobody can stop you from building your grip, your strength, your leg strength. That all helps your confidence and your mental toughness. So here's the thing. Create yourself, work on developing your ability to get into your ideal performance state. So when you don't want to work out during this time, force yourself to feel joyous about the workout, to be optimistic, get self-motivated, find that feeling of, yes, I want to do this, and create it no matter what. And I would even challenge myself to work out at times that you know is going to be hard. Like, get up in the morning. Most of you haven't been waking up. Most of you just got up before this workout, right? So if you got up at 8, that would be harder. Work out then. It's not going to be as enjoyable. Force yourself to get into a joy state, to be optimistic about it, to train with the way that you want to wrestle in mind, right? Like, I got off on the imagery and creating a vision for what I want to look like out there. Justin, you know what I'm saying? You have an image. What do you want to look like out there? I mean, think about that image as you work out, before you work out, during your workouts. That's part of the whole mental training thing. It's not like you sit down and just do an hour of mental training. It's all the time. It's before, during, and after your workouts, right? Watch more wrestling too, kids, right? Watch more wrestling. If you could get a match in a day, okay, that you'd be doing way more than most. Okay, I watched wrestling for pleasure, but what happens when I was your age and a little bit older than you, I watched so much wrestling for pleasure that it literally just seeped into my DPA, my DNA. I was learning things that I didn't even realize I was learning. I was picking up nuances that I didn't even know I was picking up, and then you could see it come out in my wrestling. And That was huge. I was better than I realized I was. I couldn't articulate it at the time because I wasn't a coach yet, but I could do it intuitively, just mainly because I just watched thousands of hours. Okay. So try to tell you, man, I don't think you need to watch thousands of hours. It'd be great if you did, but I think if you could do a match a day, you're way ahead. You're way ahead. Okay. And start picking 1 or 2 wrestlers that you want to wrestle like. Yelena, there's a million stud women out there that you could say, I want to wrestle like her. That's the style. That's my muse. It's like Michelangelo. John Smith was my muse. It was just inspiration. If I got stagnant, I go watch John. Then I started wrestling like John. It's still Brahmin wrestling, but now I have the essence of John Smith. I'm on a whole nother level. And that's how we jump levels. Okay. And without having the benefit of a ton of mat time this spring and summer, luckily we're in the same position as everybody else. Nobody else has an advantage in that way, but this mental game is going to be even more important for you to create yourself without a lot of time to teach you in person. So that's it for today. I just wanted to kind of put those messages in your mind, give you some more thoughts for your training. The squat stuff, the lunge stuff is what you want right now. Get your core strong, do some pull-ups, lots of squats, work on your footwork. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. It's like a motor pattern. You need to keep it clean, and you need to keep improving that path. You need to keep clearing weeds. Don't let weeds grow. Keep clearing weeds. Okay. So make sense?
Yes, Coach.
Okay. I hope to see you all next Saturday. And Glenn, hopefully we can talk this week. Give me some feedback.
Well, it was good. Hey, everyone, say thank you to Coach. I mean, what you're getting, I pay a lot for trainers. What you're getting from Coach Creighton is world class. I'm not kissing his butt either. So appreciate what you guys got. All right.
All right, kids. We'll see you next time. Hey, don't hesitate to email me or text me. Okay. Later, guys.
Thanks, you.
Later.